Now, I want to bring your attention to a clip that I came across online this week, which has now been watched almost 2.5 million times. And although it could be dismissed as a one-off from just one woman, I just can't help but suspect that it is a signpost to potentially horrific social change of which we just need to be aware. It features a sex therapist who works for the Keystone State of Pennsylvania in America, which describes itself as proudly founded in 1681 as a place of tolerance and freedom. Now, don't get me wrong, tolerance, coexisting with people who are causing no harm but are not like us, is good. Freedom, if we mean being the architects of our own destiny as far as possible, that is also, of course, good. But I fear that the clip I'm about to show you might be the start of an insidious creep towards the normalising of sexual contact with children. Have a listen.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture.
There's a reason for that. Now, when this lady talks about minor attracted persons, what she means is paedophiles. The Latin derivation of that word, of course, is phil, to love, and pede, child. But, of course, as we know, there is no love involved in the damaging behaviours which we quite rightly deem criminal. She goes on.
Most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them. And those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population.
You see, it's one thing to argue that abusers require help. They do. You will never hear me advocating castration or public floggings. Remember, abusers are commonly former victims themselves. But there is a difference between arguing for understanding and a system which manages or contains these people and blaming others for judging them or trying to make us feel guilty for rejecting, in the harshest terms, such horrific acts.
We are all people first with many different facets or parts of ourselves, and this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
Do you see? Do you see where this is going? You may think a minor attracted person is wrong because they are not the same as you, but everyone has rights. There's no such thing as good or bad anymore, just a murky moral relativity in which you don't have a right to judge someone who is different to you. Funnily enough, I think we need a very clear, firm line in the sand when it comes to the sexual interference of children. Successful civilizations are built upon the protection of the next generation. A society which does not pride itself on keeping kids happy and safe is one which is heading for annihilation. Sexual assault, unwanted, coercive, or forceful contact of any form is the most effective way of psychologically damaging a young person in both the long and the short term. Some survivors will cope better than others, but a full recovery from such violations is rare.
Let's talk about what a minor attracted person is, or who they are. This term simply means that the person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors. They've not chosen this attraction, just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. You don't get to choose to be heterosexual or to be gay or whatever you are.
So there she's trying to humanize paedophiles. And in some ways, that is okay. Like, truly understanding what drives people to act so abnormally is critical if we want to stop future crimes. But aligning a criminal act with normal sexual preferences is potentially very dangerous. She makes no effort to illuminate the abnormality of paedophilia. She makes no mention that it is most commonly the result of learned behaviours, a pathological, psychological disorder, which people like this therapist are apparently seeking to normalise. And this is from TikTok, a social media platform owned by the Chinese government and aimed at children. Imagine your daughter or granddaughter experiencing unwanted molestation from an adult and just wondering if she should bring this to someone's attention. Over 90% of child victims know their offender, with almost half of them being a family member. But suddenly, this poor child wonders whether she should complain. Maybe this is okay. Maybe this is just like being gay or straight. Maybe she doesn't want to be judged for making a fuss. I don't know. Maybe there are people hoping that by the time the guest list to the Epstein-Maxwell parties is released, we'll have all bought into the idea that paedophiles are simply minor-attracted people who deserve our understanding. So all I'm saying is let us just be awake to this phenomenon, shall we? And keep talking to our children about what's right and what is very, very wrong.
What up, YouTube? This is the 2BigBros. You hanging out with I Think About It.
And the two.
And I heard something very disturbing. Somebody, I don't know where it was. I don't know where I heard it from, but I heard, does anybody know what minor attractive means? Do you know? It's the new way, it's the new label for pedophiles. The reason why they came up with minor attractive is because these people on the left or the right, I don't know whatever direction, whoever's labeling everybody.
The PC people. The political correct people.
Yeah, they're saying that they get a bad name. Pedophiles that are labeled pedophile is getting a bad name. Now, this is quite disturbing to me because, yes, I agree that people are, not all people, like say if a kid down the street said that I touched them, I would be labeled a pedophile. But like, even if I didn't touch them, you know, it's kind of like rape. You know, a girl cries rape.
Yes.
A kid can do the same thing to a adult, and they would get labeled pedophile. But if you lose your case and they prove that you did do something, dude, there should not be no reason for us to downplay what a pedophile is. There's a reason why pedophiles have to register as a pedophile when they move into a neighborhood.
They call them sex offenders, but yeah.
Or whatever. That's what sex offenders is a wide basis.
Yeah, but those are the people that register. Yeah, of course, a large portion of sex offenders that have to register are pedophiles. But in the legal system, they fall under sex offender.
Oh, well, anyways, there's a reason. It's called safety to the community. They can live there, but they're like, there's pedophile apps or sex offender apps where you can, but you can look where they are, like around you and stuff. And it's very shocking when you find out how much people is actually around that is registered, and it's for a reason. I don't want my kids selling cookies to a pedophile's house. I don't care how you want to label it, minor attracted. You're fucking attracted to little kids, bro. That's wrong.
I don't see how going from pedophile, right?
Right.
to minor attracted,
Attracted, I think.
minor attracted, realistically helps out the offender.
But it must be because
minor attractive, right? That tells you right there in that whole thing. The dude wants to fuck kids, or the chick wants to fuck kids,
right.
or the hermaphrodite wants to fuck kids.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Also, this is a little side note. For a man to sexually assault a girl or a guy or a boy, I can understand why they're assaulted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how is a teenage boy getting assaulted by his teacher while he's busting nuts? Like, you know those girl teachers that are
Yes.
having sex with their students?
Yes.
And then they say the teacher is assaulting the boy?
Yes. Well, that falls under statutory.
Yeah, but they're not getting assaulted. The boy is assaulting the teacher.
Not really.
How's he busting nuts and he's getting assaulted? He's enjoying himself.
That's why I say it's statutory. You know how you have statutory rape? It's the same thing.
No, really, I don't know any of that shit.
Well, statutory rape, like, you know, like when you're 18, right?
Yeah.
But your girlfriend is, say, 16, right?
Oh, we just talked about this.
And you guys have sex, right?
Right.
And then there's a baby, right? So everybody knows that you guys had sex. Well, the girl's parents can charge you with statutory rape, even though it's consensual between the two of you, because you're of age, right? Legal age to be an adult, because you're 18, you can be charged with statutory rape.
Right. She was a minor.
Yes.
Right.
Same thing with the teacher and the kid. She's the adult, and she's coercing, even though it's consensual with the kid, right? Technically, she's using her base of power, right, to coerce the child or the other person.
What power? There's
Because
no power.
she's the teacher, right?
She's just spreading her legs.
She has a certain
Authority.
amount of
figure.
authority.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So she's using her authority, her power, right, to coerce the child or the minor into having sex with her.
Or she could have got seduced by the kid. It could be totally the opposite.
That's still, the onus is upon the adult
Right.
in that situation.
Right. Anyways,
And
back
like I
to
said, even if it's consensual, again, it goes back to, you can still be charged with statutory.
what they said. The last one that I heard, she was charged with a sex assault.
Yeah, because she was. It's the same argument they use when, like, if you're the manager, the boss, right, or the owner of a company, right, and you have an employee that's under you, right, and you guys get together and fuck around or whatever, right, and they can charge you with. It's the same argument. You're using your power to coerce them into having sex. That's rape. It's that same argument.
Dude, my gums are burning. Anyway, okay, anyways, back to the minor attracted. Yeah, I do agree that it still spells out pedophile, but that's what their argument is. Their argument is,
Pedophile is too bad
yeah,
or too harsh, right?
yeah, they're getting judged too harshly.
Really? Because I think they're just taking the way they're going about it. They're just explaining it in easier terms for people to understand. But you know, this generation, right? They They don't know.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
A pedophile doesn't explain
Yeah.
their fucking
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
Exactly. It makes it easier for this generation to figure out what it is. Because, you know,
Dude,
they don't even know what the fuck a telephone is.
when I heard minor attracted,
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was. Like, I thought it was like, you know, like, it was minor hot. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was minor, like a kid
Yeah.
attracted. And
Like
I was
a
like,
minor, like the guy.
yeah,
that
like something minor.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what the hell? They were talking about a pedophile, and I was like, wait, what are they talking about? But anyways, hey, tell us what you think about this new label that they're trying to put on pedophiles, and hey, tell us if you're a sex offender. We don't care. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Just show us that you're supporting us. Until next time.
Today, I want to talk about minor attracted persons.
Minor attracted, that means pedophile.
Most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them, and those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population.
Some groups of people need to be marginalized, like rapists, murderers, pedophiles. I mean, if you're having sex with kids, you should be vilified, right? It's the reason why these people walking around with monitoring devices. It's the reason why these people are taking castration drugs. They can't help it. They harm kids. They're not minor attracted.